the point of diving was to go for their support line.
I mean,
That's not dive is just Zen discord someone.
Yeah.
In the end, it does not matter who he discords. It just matters that you all dive that one discord character. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I truthfully think like we just struggle with dive because Winston doesn't do a ton of damage, and we struggle focusing all of us at the same time. Like I think a lot of times we can get at least 2-3 people focusing.
Their format was Anna Soldier right hand side, Roadhog left hand side on stairs, Junkrat coming upstairs to back up Orisa taking all of the FaceTime to distract us.
This
and that's
is
literally what got us
flashguard.
killed. Like I don't know if you guys noticed,
we weren't focusing.
the hog was sitting on the left just lobbing in shots and hooks, just killing us. And
That's
when we couldn't get away, and we couldn't get away because the the Junkrat would come up and just lob in a mine.
Yeah, but if we had killed the Orisa and focused her down by herself, then they have their main tank down. They don't have a shield. Then we can swap target.
But their shield doesn't move if she's on the top. Like that's why I suggested we go to the left, go around.
That's what we
behind
did.
the point. We jumped onto the top ledge there instead of going around the building.
We went around the building the first 2 pushes, and then this next 2 pushes they had the Orisa up top, so we dove the Orisa up top because we want to get her off high ground, and then because we want our junk on that high ground, we're all playing around left because he can just stay up there behind the cover and they can't shoot him, and he can stand back and just lob, and the only way they can hit him is if they have like a hit scan character on the cafe, which is why we dove up there and we pushed the Orisa off, which was good. And then the rest of us pivoted around. I mean, we just struggle with dive. Winston doesn't do enough damage, and we're bad at focusing targets. We with a dive and with a Winston, because we're giving up so much DPS in the form of Winston versus like Ryan. When Burns playing Ryan, like he literally just swings a hammer and he does so much fucking damage, and that's why we do a lot of the time.
Yeah, I love that.
Because we're all playing together. We're not.
But if we were going to play like that, we should have went right-hand door and let Ryan sit in the front and just lob our way through slowly and spearhead in.
I know, and what I'm saying is it works when we have Ryan because he has a lot of damage, and only me and him have to focus people along with like maybe one other people because we put out a ton of DPS with him.
But Ryan's also the only character in the game that actually has a good shield. Everyone else's shield falls like paper mache.
And what I'm saying, Burn, if you listen, is I'm saying because we were running the Winston, we can't get away with only focusing with 2 people. We need the entire team to help focus to take down the target because we lose that DPS from the Rye Hammer. And that's why
what I'm saying, because like if 2 people jump in on Orisa and her shield's still up and it's directly behind us, our team isn't helping us. They can't shoot into the shield.
Which is why we push.
Because the first time the reason we failed was because we went up and I think she orbed or something and it pulled us off point and we literally fell into their DPS. The second time we dove in, we went to go dive in, her shield was still up behind us, and then their hog and Junkrat looked at us from the left.
We were successful on both of our first 2 pushes. The first push we pushed her off and then we all rotated and then we just died when we rotated, so we successfully pushed her off. Like I think you're focusing way too much on the Orisa. Like infinitely too much on the Orisa. Like
I'm trying to say, don't drive someone that has a shield behind them or behind you when you dive them. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't dive behind a shield.
Okay, so I mean, just next time it happens or something similar, just say it in the moment. That way we can adjust as we go. I mean, the whole hindsight thing is all well and good, but if we get stuck on these things for 15 minutes, it's not going to really get us anywhere.
yeah, I agree. We're beating dead horse. Let's go to the next game.
Flash, one of my tips for you when you're playing off tank, right at the end you switched off tank. I think you were running a May, wasn't it? Is you need to work on your.
I didn't even flip to a May. I flipped to junk.
Was it a junk? Because then that forced Mickey to switch to Winston there, right at the end, right?
Yeah, because the role I was playing was useless. I would just die before I could do anything for my team, so there was no point in me playing that character.
Yes, but you need to communicate that with the team, and that's the entire point, Flash, is we can't have you keep switching off characters and not communicating with the team. Because we're a team.
In that
It
case,
may mean we need to change in team play rather than a change in heroes, so we need to call that, talk about it.
In that game, the only thing we could have done was triple tank with shields. Winston, Reinhardt, and like maybe a Zarya or an Orisa. That's literally the only damn thing we can do.
There are other options.
That's
They have-
factually not true. Flash, you're getting way too obsessive over the team comp. Literally, the entirety biggest issue we have is literally just comm. Like we just struggle to talk.
Focus fire, and you'll win the game.
Exactly.
If you can all shoot the same person at the same time, and then go to the next person and shoot that person.
Like the Winston in Nepal.
Yes.
Yes, exactly like that. And it's really easy in those situations because when they're trickling in, just think of it like trickling. We can all focus a target when there's only one person there. The hard part is we just need to focus them when there are other people there.
I'm not saying we have an issue getting into the point. I'm saying our issue is getting past the DPS with the shield combo that they're running. They're running a hog, an Anna will sleep people as soon as the shield was done immediately. I heard 3 times in that game, I'm asleep on point, I'm asleep on point, I'm asleep on point, because their Anna was sitting there. So they had, let's just look at the comp for a second. Okay, they had a Junkrat DPS, a soldier DPS, an Anna, which can stop you from healing and drain your health with her grenades and put you to sleep. Then we had an Orisa that was literally a distraction the entire time. That's all she was there for, is to be a distraction. And their Tracer was going around killing us. The main issue with that is we needed to find a way to get to their DPS and cut them in half.
And
Their DPS ate them alive, but the tank was not the problem. If we could have bubbled or something underneath the Orisa, then jumped in and dove right onto Cafe and focused. There's Zenyatta. I remember there was a Zenyatta up there. Their Anna and their soldier. They wouldn't do enough damage. By the time their tanks got there, we could turn around and one-shot them as a team together.
Because
The Orisa's not a threat. The Orisa's not a threat.
I think we've talked about this. I think we just need to get more gameplay in, and we can, if we want to keep recapping this, like we got scrim time, and let's not waste it.
So Flash peeling. Just think of that. You're the big bad bodyguard to protect your supports. Is what you are. Is
The only person I can do that effectively with is Zyra.
And Roadhog, and Diva.
No, Roadhog gets focused way too fast. That's the reason.
Roadhog is like the definition of, you're this big sturdy totem pole that the Genji walks up and says, "Hey, I want to kill your Zenyatta," and you step in.
Not when there's a shield in between you and the team and you can't pick. You get gunned down.
That's a positioning issue.
That's why I didn't play him when I saw shields.
You just said that if you're in between the shield and something, and the team can't back you up, that's like the definition of a positioning error. I'm not trying to like say you're bad or anything. Like we got to get rid of our egos here if we get good. Like we just need to recognize that if you find yourself in that situation where the team can't back you up because there's a shield in between you, that's a positional error.
And even if I was to get to the sides on the previous map, I wouldn't have been able to do anything because she could just reposition her shield. I've played her enough to know her cooldown. She places her shield, not even 5 or 6 seconds later, she's able to reposition it.
All right, we should get going.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Burning, you are now head coach or lobby leader. Can you move me to spectators?
Okay. I will start us.
You have to start, and you have to. Can you move me to spectators?
Move.